You know how long it's been since we had a gushing water source? Quite some time.
A minute. This is beautiful.
Wow. What do we do here? All right.
Look at this.
Now let me try and get up there. Man, the trail's all the way down there too. Wow.
It's a big tree.
This is a big old tree. There are so many trees down from the storm yesterday. Holy crap.
I didn't even think it was that bad of a storm.
I didn't think so either, but apparently it was.
Oh my gosh, huge.
All right. All right, 1 second. This, oh my God, there's another one.
How pretty this river is.
Look at that breeze.
Wow. This is gorgeous. Virginia, Virginia.
Oh, it is beautiful out here.
Hi.
It is absolutely frigid.
I've done a terrible job at doing vlogs for the past couple days. So to catch y'all up, it's cold. It got down to quote unquote 31 last night, but I'm pretty sure it was in the 20s.
Well, that was down in the valley at the shelter. We were 6 miles up on top of the mountain.
No. So it was really cold.
It was really cold.
Yeah. So we are bundled to the nines. On Halloween, we hiked 20 miles in the rain yesterday. That was yesterday.
No.
Yeah?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, the day before.
The day before.
The day before. See, days are all mixed up. We hiked 20 miles in the rain. We slack packed through Stanimals Hostel. And we stayed at the hostel Halloween night and made dinner and watched a movie. And it was an amazing day. And then we got out and did a half day yesterday. Now that the weather's nicer. The weather is beautiful. It's just really cold.
Oh my God, I haven't seen a cloud in a day and a half.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah,
So
it's awesome.
That's what's been going on with us. Also, I got new shoes. I picked up a pair of Ultra Lone Peak 4s, but they're mids still so that I can have the ankle support, and my feet feel so much better already. So it might be an Ultra convert, but I'm going to hold off on giving final judgment on that until it's been a little longer.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're going to eat a protein bar and then keep hiking because it's cold as F, and we want to keep our body temps up.
Yep. It's a beautiful morning though.
Beautiful morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to try and get a picture.
That's a big tree.
It's a really big tree.
Holy snap, that's a big tree. You look tiny next to it.
I know. It was a big fucking tree. Losing a couple branches.
You wanna hug it?
I love you, tree.
Oh, look at that.
It loves me, I can feel it.
Dirty tree hugger.
Dirty hippie.
Way outside, you said you won't be long. Took your time. Racing mind, I know there's something wrong. Wonder why. Tell me why, tell me why. No one else was you and I. Tell me now, talk it out. Hit it like I didn't know.
Hi. How's it going?
My food is frozen. My food is frozen.
I don't know if you can see, but it is snowing actively right now. That's snow on the table. Snow. Yeah, so we're geared up for the snow.
Barely.
So this will be our first time hiking in snow. This is going to be really interesting. We've had some really cold weather lately, but nothing this cold. So this is going to be a new experience.
It's really cold.
It's really cold. It actually wasn't that cold last night. I actually got hot in my sleeping bag last night. But the weather's supposed to drop and drop and drop today. And the clouds are going to clear up and the sun will come out. But because the clouds clear up, it's going to get really cold. So we're looking at like 17-degree weather tonight. So Sweets and I are debating whether or not we're going to go into town or we're going to tough it out because the next shelter in 18 miles has a fireplace inside. So we might be able to just tough it out, but we'll see. So wish us luck.
I think you should know you don't have to stay. Even if you go, I'll be okay. We can take it slow till there's nothing left to say. Even if you go, we'll find our way. Find our way. Find our way. I think you should know you don't have to stay. Even if you go, I'll be okay. We can take it slow till there's nothing left to say. Even if you go, we'll find our way.
Hi.
Hello.
So I have taken like 0 vlog videos recently. Reason being that we have, at my face.
It's been cold!
It's been really cold and we've just been kind of focusing on getting the miles in and trying to get south. Also, full disclosure, had a really rough like 2-week period where I was just in a bad mental place and I just really wanted to go home. So I just didn't feel like taking videos, but
You had to work on your mental health to make sure you stayed out here.
yeah, so bouncing back. So to give you a little update on what's been happening for the past like 200 miles. So we hit 1,500 miles not too long ago. Woohoo! We stopped in Daleville because there was supposed to be freezing rain and I did not have rain pants or a pack cover. So I needed to gear up for the weather changing and getting colder. So I hit the outfitter there, got some rain pants, got a pack cover, got some new Injinji socks, geared up, And then we ended up taking a 0 in Daleville because I needed to finish my grad school application.
Also, the Super 8 was super great.
Nice. That was awesome. Super 8 was super great. Yes. So we stayed there, and actually we ran into 3 other hikers that we had no idea were in the same vicinity as us. We thought they were way ahead of us, so that was pretty cool. Got to see some friends. So we ended up 0ing in Daleville. I finished up my grad school application. Woo! It's done. I haven't submitted it quite yet, but it is pretty much finished. So that's exciting. One more thing off my plate. And then we did McAfee's Knob in Virginia at sunrise, which was beautiful and amazing. And then we did Dragon's Tooth, which was pretty cool. So we did the Virginia's Triple Crown, which was Tinker Cliffs, McAfee Knob, and Dragon's Tooth. So that was really neat. Virginia has been treating us super well, except for the cold. So the cold is new. I mean, it's been like in the 30s at night, and we've gotten used to that, but last night it was 11. So we were actually planning on weathering that. We were planning on staying out. It was gonna snow, but then we ran back into the hikers that we ran into in Daleville, which again, we thought they were ahead of us. They were not. And they were like, hey, so we're gonna get a ride into Pearisburg and stay at a hostel because it's just stupid and dangerous to be outside in 11-degree weather. And we were like, you know what? You're probably right about that. So we went into town last night, which was an amazing decision because hiking yesterday in the snow was pretty, I mean, it was a cool experience. It was nice to get acclimated because we're gonna have to do that in the Smokies, but we just weren't prepared for it quite yet.
It was miserably cold.
It was really cold.
It was so cold.
So we woke up and it was flurrying, and as the day went on, it just got colder and colder, which was pretty weird. It was like the night was comfortable, and then we woke up and the temperature just started dropping, and it was really cold, and our hands were freezing, and it was rough. So into Angel's Rest Hiker Haven in Pearisburg, and
Super awesome hostel.
it's an amazing hostel, and all of our friends were there, like all of them, like all of the Sobos were like, screw this, we're getting out of the weather.
Yeah.
So we saw people that were 3 days ahead of us, we saw people that were 2 days ahead of us, 1 day ahead of us. It was great. We like all got to meet back up and watch movies and chat and hang out and drink, and it was great. It was a really awesome time, and we've just all been kind of supporting each other because it's getting rough out here because it's cold. And one hiker said something that I really liked. He said the first third of the trail is physical. It's hard. You got to get used to that. The second third of the trail, oh, there's a deer. This little white butt. Oh, there's another one over there. Wildlife. Anyway, so the second part of the trail is mental. You have to get kind of through the mental aspect of realizing that you're out here for as long as you are and what that means. And the third of the trail is spiritual, where you really got to dig deep to keep going. And it's true. You know, I was just kind of in a bad spot for a few days where I was just like, oh my gosh, everything is so hard. I don't know if I want to be here anymore. It's cold. And then that same hiker, we were hanging out with him around the fire, and he's like, hey, so if you could be done, like you finished the whole trail, like you're not quitting or anything, like you actually finished tomorrow, are you ready to be off trail? And I was like, you know what? I'm not. Like, I want to be here, and I think that was kind of the turning point for me when I was like, wow, I actually do still want to be out here. So that's exciting. It's good news. And getting to see all of our friends last night was awesome.
Oh, it was such a fun time.
So great. And Angel's Rest Hiker Hostel is great and awesome. We are staying for 3 nights to get the vortex patch. We're vortexing and we're slack packing through them. So today we're slack packing, and most of the snow is melted actually. It looks like there's really not much snow on the ground anymore today, but it was really snowy when we started. and it's pretty cold. So, but we're starting to feel pretty prepared for the cold. We've got the right gear. Sweets' family is coming into town bringing us some more stuff soon. We're very excited to see them for the second time on trail. But Kid is like way gone. Kid, we miss you and we love you, and we're sorry that we're never gonna see you on trail again because you're so far ahead of us. But stay warm, little buddy. Finish strong. We're excited to see your Springer Summit photo, and you better text it to us. So that's my PSA to Kid because he actually watches our vlogs. Give us an update on how your foot's doing.
My foot's good.
Yeah?
That's it. That's all.
That's all?
Just kidding. Actually, it is legitimately fine now. It hasn't bothered me in like 2 weeks.
Which is awesome. We're so happy about that.
Yeah, but I definitely needed to drop a ton of weight. So for the first week and a half out of Harper's Ferry, it was, I don't know, it was sore and it hurt, but it was manageable. And then for the last week and a half, hasn't bothered me whatsoever. So I'm able to put more weight on it, carry more food again, yay.
Yay.
And then also carry my winter gear because it's absolutely necessary out here now.
Yep.
Yep, so that's my update. And
good.
My foot's doing well, my parents are coming into town. And yeah, I'm good to go, I'm happy.
Yeah, Sweets has been actually in a pretty good mental spot. He hasn't really needed coaching and support like me. But
yeah, referring to that question, when I was like, if you could be done tomorrow, I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, so.
But I'm enjoying myself out here, so I don't really want to be done tomorrow.
Yeah, you were just saying that you're afraid of it ending because you're like, I'm having such a good time.
Yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm like, I don't want it to end, but it's going to.
Eventually.
I'm gonna welcome it when it is.
We got another month and a half, doll. Interestingly, so when we were at the hostel last night, I was kind of talking about how, you know, I was afraid to put the more vulnerable moments into the vlogs. And Slim Shady said, you know, the more that we glamorize through hiking, the more people are going to go into it with unrealistic expectations, and the more people are going to fail. And I was like, yeah, good point. So I will say that I have cried very hard several times in the past couple of days. There was one time that we got to a shelter that we didn't plan on staying at, and Sweets was like, you know, we've got 6 more miles to the next shelter, and I just burst out into tears, and I was like, I don't want to walk anymore. Like, I just...
Pretty accurate. It sounded just like that.
He was like, you know, because I started to cry, and he's like, what are you worried about? You know, what can I help you with? And I was like, no, it's not that I'm afraid that I can't do it. It's not that I'm worried about anything. It's that I just don't want to walk anymore. So, some days are hard, but some days are amazing. Like today, this slack packing, the weather is beautiful. I mean, it's cold, but the weather is beautiful, and the views are beautiful. Virginia's beautiful. I'm in a great mood. We're gonna go cook dinner later.
Cooking steaks.
Whoop. Yep, so it's just, you know, it's a journey. It's a journey, and it's just like every other thing. You know, you have bad days at your dream job. You have bad days on vacation. You know, it happens. You have bad days on through hikes. You have bad couple days on through hikes.
You have bad weeks on through hikes.
You can have a bad week. And I think that, you know, when people say, oh, you know, if you want to quit, wait 3 days. I think that's a dumb rule because there's definitely been 3 days in a row where I wanted to quit. And I didn't. And just every time that I come out of a phase where I wanted to quit, everything just feels amazing and exciting again. So, you know, I like the way that Slim Shady said it the best. She was like, if you want it, you'll finish. And I mean, obviously barring, you know, getting injured or ill. But if you really want it.
I don't know, I broke my foot and I'm still out here.
You broke your foot. Slim Shady got Lyme disease. She's still out here.
Like if you really want it, you'll find a way.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't mean that to discredit people who had to get off trail.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
We have things we can come back from.
Yeah, so if you really want it, you can finish a through hike. You just gotta, you know, you gotta take your mental health and your, I guess, boundaries. I don't know, however much you can take into account.
Physical health? I don't know.
And just take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. If you're like, if I have to walk one more step on this trail, I'm going to lose my shit, you should probably go into town and take a 0. So, anywho, yeah, so we're good. We're really good. And I will try to start taking these videos more often now that I'm in a better mood. But it's getting chilly out here. But we're still rocking it. 1,500 miles. We're coming for you, Georgia.
Oh yeah, on our way.
We're getting ready to leave Angel's Rest Hiker Haven, which was so nice. We loved it. Look at this common room. And then this was the room that we stayed in because we're bougie and we wanted to have our own space. So we had this nice room to ourselves, mini fridge, and our own bathroom. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. So this is gonna be the second time that we've gone backwards. Sweets was not feeling well today, and I knew he wasn't feeling well, and kind of had a feeling that we might end up back at the hostel, but we got dropped off at the trailhead, got halfway up our first climb, just like I did out of Harper's Ferry, and Sweets went, I don't think I can hike today. And I was totally okay with that, because yesterday when we were sitting at the hostel, we were just sitting down eating dinner, and Sweets looked at me and all of the color was gone from his face. He looked pale and he was like, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. And I started to get really worried. I was like, do you need something? Like, do you need me to call somebody? And he's like, no, I think I'm just gonna go and maybe try to go to the bathroom. So he stood up and I was like, can you get there? Can you walk? And he's like, yeah, I can walk. And he turns around and I could see that he was getting really wobbly, and I was like, no. And I stood up and I grabbed him, and he started to black out. And I sat him down in a chair, and at this point, other people in the hostel were starting to take notice that something was wrong, and looked over and was like, dude, you don't look good. Are you okay? And so he, after a few minutes, we got him to the restroom. He got his color back after a few minutes, drank a soda, said he felt a lot better, but I was just really worried. God, he scared the crap out of me. I was really worried about him today. So I'm glad that he decided to go back to the hostel. So he's back at the hostel, cuddled up on the couch, taking a nap, getting some rest. And I am headed to the grocery store to get some food to make him so that he's getting the vitamins and nutrients and stuff that he needs. It's important to eat real food when you're in town, because out there we're pushing our bodies to our physical limit almost every day, walking 20 plus miles on a diet of dehydrated mashed potatoes and ramen and peanut butter. So it's not surprising that, you know, once in a while something like this happens. So we're gonna get back on trail tomorrow, but for today we're gonna take some much needed rest, load him up on some calories and fat and carbs and protein, and hopefully he's feeling good enough to get back on trail tomorrow. So, but man, being really frank, that scared me yesterday. I had my finger on the hot button. I was ready to call 911. Like, boy, love that boy. It's gonna give me a heart attack if something happens to him. All right, eggs and bacon, breakfast. Yes.
Don't look back, we got thrown into this just like that. Leaving fast, I know we're new to this, meant to last. Tell me why, tell me